Yeah, so I worked at Applebee's back when I was going to college, and all I had was high school wrestling, and I was trying to make some money while going to school. And one of the
Mhm.
cooks, Doug Jenkins, was training fighters out of the kitchen of his house. And so he was like, "Hey, man, you ever thought about like cage fighting?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, I thought about cage fighting." I'm like, "Let's give this a shot." So we went over to our training, and like one of the servers at Applebee's, she started calling me Malibu for like 6 months, and then pretty soon everybody was calling me Malibu. No fucking idea who Malibu was. I thought they were talking about some comedy movie, and which I hadn't seen. And so then one day I was like, why the hell is everybody been calling me Malibu here? And they're like, oh, like Malibu Ken, like you're like a Ken doll. And I was like, oh, I was like, okay. I'm like, thanks. I'm like, appreciate that. And then everybody at the gym started calling me Ken doll because they're like, yeah, you look a little Ken doll. And so I was like, oh, that's funny. And I didn't correct anybody. I just let them do it. And pretty soon people were like, wait, your name's Josh? I thought your name was literally Kendall. I was like, no, bro, it's Josh Dyer. And and so then when I went to do like my fifth MMA fight, they're like, hey, you got to pick a nickname. And I'm like, honestly, I never really liked nicknames. I always thought nicknames were like the tougher the nickname, the weaker of a fighter you were. So I was like, I'm just
Mhm.
Josh, man. I'm just here to whoop some ass. I'm like, well, if you don't pick one, we're gonna pick one for you, and we're gonna call you the pretty boy. I'm like, well, don't fucking do that. I was like, because then if I lose, I'll look super conceited. I'm like, don't do that. And so then my gym put me down as Kendall, and then they changed my song from Lil Wayne to Barbie Girl. And so then I come walking out to Barbie Girl for a championship fight in like in Fury Fights promotion, and I was just like, this isn't my song. And they're like, no, it is your song. I'm like, no, it's definitely Knockout by Lil Wayne. This must be his song. So neither of us are walking out. And I'm just like chilling. And my gym's just laughing. They're like, no, bro, we changed your song. This is you. And I was like, you motherfuckers, like, you better not lose. So I went out, beat them, won a title. And then from that moment on, they'd always change my song to the whatever the most feminine song is, they would change it to that, and then just like fuck with me. And then they'd be like, all right, you better not lose now. You can't lose to I Need a Hero by Bonnie Tyler. You can't lose to Fireflies by Owl City. Oh, you can't lose to Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. They're like, you better not. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, you guys. And so I got kind of like popular in the Midwest for like just not taking things seriously. Like I just walk out, I'm laughing. I went 10 years undefeated in a town around here.